Howdy everybody, welcome back to another episode of documenting the journey of creating the training area at Tradition Farm. So far there's been some pretty significant update out here on the loop. You can't really tell any difference, but yesterday morning the entire path, which is a little over a mile's worth of path, I don't have any footage from it, but it was all sprayed with glyphosate, which is basically just something to kill everything, hopefully all the grass and weeds and everything. So doesn't look any different right now, but it's supposed to start turning brown within 3 to 5 days and then be totally dead within a week or two or so, from what I've read. So just going to make a cleaner area to do some dirt work to get the ground a lot more level and not have to worry about rolling ankles, and then eventually going to plant some grass seed. So again, just want a very clean surface, and getting rid of everything that's on here right now is kind of the first step in that. So maybe day by day I'll just kind of come out here and see what the grass is looking like, and we'll see it start to change color. And then also tomorrow morning I think I'll show you around a little bit. Just been doing a lot more cleanup and things are looking pretty nice out there. Just got a lot of the bark cleaned up and burned, and a few of the hedge trees reorganized out there, and so some of the smaller mounds of dirt and debris all piled up into one pile. So yeah, still been working really hard out here and making progress little by little. So we are about 48 hours post-spray now and still not seeing a significant difference, but maybe it's just because it's so gradual that I don't notice a ton, but I don't really notice a big difference between the where the path is and everything else. So, but it's supposed to be 3 to 5 days when it really starts changing. So hopefully in these next couple days we start seeing a lot of progress. So while I'm waiting for progress on the path, I've still been working hard out here. So let me just do you a little tour around the land and show you different things I've been working on and cleaning up. So over here I removed some fence posts that didn't have any fencing in between, so I just figured it was kind of just taking up space and difficult to mow around. So wanted to take those out. Some of them were pretty tough to take out because they had concrete bases, but I got that done, so it looks a little cleaner over here. Still got to fill the holes where those posts were though, so that's kind of on my to-do list. So over here I've been periodically organizing my wood pile, just basically been splitting and stacking at this point. So been doing a lot of that by hand with my maul, or pretty much all of it lately. Just enjoy doing that every now and then and get a little exercise through that. But yeah, I've got almost everything done for splitting and stacking that I want to get done. I'm nowhere near totally done. You can see the whole wood pile over here and how many of the bigger limbs I still have to saw up and rounds I have in this pile. But basically the goal is to get 2 rows on each side of the RV port totally done. So I do have the outside rows done on both sides, and then the 3rd row just has the end I need to finish off, and then the 4th row is maybe halfway or a little overdone. So once I'm done with that, that'll be about 20 ricks of wood, and I have no perception on how quickly I'll go through that. You know, it's mainly going to be for winter burning in my wood stove so I can save on my gas bill. But yeah, that'll just be drying until next winter, and I've also got this other pile of scrap wood that hasn't been very good for splitting. So yep, I'll be finishing up that splitting and stacking before too long, but then the rest of it I'll probably just leave it as rounds. Hopefully it'll last longer. There's probably no way I'll go through all this wood before it starts going bad, so got to figure out what to do with some of that. So yesterday a big task was removing a bunch of fencing. So this stretch ran right through the middle of the grass track, and this stretch was about 100 meters of fencing. So taking out a lot of T-posts and rolling up barbed wire, and I think it's like chicken wire, I don't know what you call it, but yep, just kind of organizing all that, and now that's not in the way anymore. Having all those T-posts at my disposal will be good because I might want to permanently mark some areas on the course. So I'll probably use some wooden posts actually for like split points on the various loops, but then those T-posts I might make more of a permanent boundary around the turns of the track, just so I can keep that in place over time. You know, slowly, you don't want to mow a little bit more inside and the loop gets less accurate, but yeah, so considering doing that with the T-post. Also last night when I got home from work, removed a little bit more fencing near the pond. So some of this kind of went into the pond and was just kind of in the way. So I wanted to get rid of that. Didn't see any purpose in that in there. And then I've got a little bit more fencing to remove over here. But then once I get that done, I think I'll be done removing fencing for quite a while. Got some asparagus plants growing over here, so that's kind of cool. A few nights ago, there was a tree that fell down near the pond. So as if I need any more wood, got some more logging to do. One thing on my to-do list that I'd like to get done relatively soon is to clean up the pond a little bit and just make some areas a little bit more accessible walking around the banks. So got some logs I need to pull out of here. The beavers have really, I think it's been a while, I don't know if there's any beavers actively out here, but they've really gone to work over here and taken down a lot of trees and done a lot of work on some others. So yeah, I just want to get some of this out of here and clean up on the edges of the pond and maybe be able to get some of the brush out of the pond as well. Spent a lot of time out here on the west end getting things cleaned up, so I'll do a little comparison shot of, I'm sure I could find a video from a couple months ago and what it looked like with all the brush and logs strung out everywhere, and then now what it looks like. And so big difference in color and organization and cleanliness, of course. So basically what I was doing over here was just, I had all kinds of bark just laying everywhere from all the logging I was doing, and so just kind of piled that up, made piles of debris, smaller piles everywhere, and then basically burnt a lot of that, and also piled a bunch of it up into, just kind of consolidated things into one pile. So had a bunch of little mounds of dirt and debris, so loaded that up with my tractor and put it in one spot, and then also grouped up all of my hedge trees. I had some mostly grouped up, but then a few stragglers out there in random areas, so dragged those and put those all together, so kind of have all of my things that I need to mow around in one place. And burnt a few big brush piles, so got those out of there. So yeah, the west end is looking really good right now. Still have a little work to do, of course, always gonna have work to do, but just got to get rid of some of these rounds out here and then eventually do something with these hedge trees. I'm still not sure what I want to do with them yet, but I'll figure that out. So yep, a lot of work at this end done. So that pretty much does it for all the updates for now. So I'm actually heading to a track meet today at my alma mater at University of Central Missouri. So I'll be there all night and late night back, but hopefully back to work tomorrow. Got some rain coming in the forecast the next couple days, so hopefully it doesn't hinder my ability to work out here too much. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on progress with the killing of the grass. So we are 5 days removed from spraying the grass and starting to see a little bit of visible progress and the color changing, so that's good. But next up, got a new piece of equipment this morning, so gonna start her up for the first time, and something that's probably not, that many people probably aren't too fond of, but it's got to be done. So time to start getting some weed eating done around this land.
How's it going, Ben?
Great. Am I trying to grab this thing from me?
Yeah, I can take that. Let me just move the camera back. It's gonna be a great time-lapse segment of you looking for that spring, huh? You're sure it's in the water?
I mean, if you want to, I looked around right over there. I assume it is, but if you want to look around a little more right there just to see.
Hey, Ben.
Oh, shit.
It was not in the water.
Well, that's great. All right, that was a little bit of an unexpected adventure in the pond while weed eating, but got it back, got it all put together, working fine. Did some more weed eating around the pond, and now I've got the chainsaw back out for the first time in a while to try to clean up this tree that's down. So yeah, time to get back to work. So it's the next day, and I figured I should give a little more context on how the hell I ended up in the water. And so, well, I was cleaning up this area around the pond, weed eating along the bank, and somehow my weed eater got caught on something, and the whole trimmer head came off, and multiple pieces with all the string ended up in the water. Fortunately, that wasn't too deep in there. Retrieved it pretty quickly and started putting it back together and realized, well, I'm missing the spring that's in here too. And so just kind of looked around the area in the grass a little bit and couldn't see it anywhere, so I figured it must be in the water as well. So got in, and then fortunately Dylan was over here and he came over and looked around and was making fun of me while I was in there, and he actually found the spring in this little pit that I failed to look in, and yeah, I got it back. So we'll essentially got it in the water for nothing, and but end of the day, it's fine, didn't lose any parts, put it back together, got back to work. So I've got a lot more that I want to get done on this, but cleaning out this south and southeast area of the pond made a really good start on it yesterday. So like I said, did a lot of weed eating, knocked a lot of stuff down, brought my mower in and went through there, cleaned up that big tree that fell down about a week ago, piled up a lot more brush, and then out of this little south cove in the pond, I drug out a lot of at least a handful of trees that were down from beavers with my tractor, and then ended up sawing all the logs and piling it all up. So just collecting more wood as if I need any more, but yeah, it's much more accessible and pretty easy to get over here for fishing. And like I said, a lot more to be done still, but a great start. So more wildlife talk. I don't think I've actually talked about the beavers much until now. And I don't think there are any active beavers, at least from what I've seen out here, but they have done a number on the trees around here. So most of them are kind of smaller trees that they've gnawed away at and they've taken down. But there are some pretty big trees that have some pretty substantial beaver work on them. And someday they'll probably fall over, but yeah, until then they're fine for now. But yeah, that's kind of the first thing. And then the second thing, just saw some, well, not just saw, but there's some baby birds growing in a bird house close to the house. So been kind of keeping an eye on those and seeing progress. So now they're all got feathers and still chilling in the house though. And then another thing, yesterday when Dylan was out here, he spotted this monster swimming around in the pond and got a closer look and got some video, and we couldn't quite tell what it was, but I actually got a closer look at it, and it's this monster carp. I mean, it's got to be 2 foot long, so maybe someday I'll try to catch that out of the pond. And then the last thing, yesterday when I was out working, I saw about 3 different big snakes around the area. So one I tried to kill next to the house, but kind of missed with the shovel and it slithered under the deck. So yeah, definitely got a lot of wildlife activity out here at Tradition Farm.